So I'd like to give it a second there. Hey Facebook family, how's everybody doing today on this beautiful Monday morning? Thank God it's Monday. I appreciate everyone taking your time to watch this. Like the great Jay-Z said, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. And I want to thank you guys. I hope you had such a blessed weekend. And I feel like this is such an important message. So I hope this serves you well. If it does, please like, please share, please comment with your friends, because I know this will serve people in great ways. Hey Catherine, how's it going? And again, if I don't shout you out, it means I just can't see you, but I do appreciate your time watching this. And this one's so important. It took a long time for me to actually discover. But are you associating with bad luck people? If you ever read the book of The 48 Laws of Power from Robert Greene, such a great book. And he talks about a woman named Lola. Lola was an inspiring actress. Actually, she was an aspiring queen. She wanted to the world. And she would date these men of high esteem. She dated princes, big guys of big organizations and industries. Just the highest of men. And each one she's dated, one lost his monarchy, one lost his business, one committed suicide, and I think one was banished from his hometown. And the point of the story was, everywhere Lola went, she brought her negative energy with her. Though she was beautiful, she's always carried around this, what I like to call bad juju, right? I don't believe in luck, but I do believe people carry bad vibes. And she was the type of person that carried bad vibrations wherever she went. Wherever she was at, trouble followed, and it was close nearby. And whoever was associating with her will get a piece of that bad luck. Will get a piece of that bad luck. And there's people out there that we associate with that just have bad energy. And not just because they're negative, they literally attract bad things to them. Have you ever met somebody there's always a problem? Every time you talk to them, hey, how's things going? Oh, my car broke down. Oh, we just lost our house. Oh, me and my girl just broke up. Oh, I just got into a car accident. Oh, I'm always feeling sick. Oh, somebody died in my family. There's always something. Like every time you talk, like, man, can I just get a good day from you once? It's always something happening with this person. Why? Because unbeknownst to them, they're attracting it to themselves. One of the greatest, most profound quotes I've ever heard, changed my life, was from Jack Canfield. And it was from a book called The Secret, where he said, Rich, anything that happened to you was because of you. Either good or bad, anything that's ever happened to you was because of you. And I remember instantly becoming upset, like, what? I didn't ask for the car accident. I didn't ask to get kicked out of school. I didn't ask for the fist fights. I didn't ask for the problems with my parents. I didn't ask for the arrest. What are you talking about, Jack? You know what? And I was so upset and angry, but I was such at a place where things were just going so bad for me that I had to stop and listen, because I'm like, either this person's doing way better than I am, so they must know something I don't know. So I said, okay, Jack, and I started reading more into it. And as I started reading more into it, and started evaluating myself, I discovered he was right. I was attracting all of that negative things to me, circumstances, situations, I was just attracting it. I was a magnet to this negative stuff because I had negative energy. So how do you attract, Rich? You attract 4 ways. You attract through how you think, the words you speak, your emotional feelings, and your actions. This will always tell you what you're going to manifest. Those 4 things, especially if they're aligned. If your thoughts and your words and your emotions and your deeds align. So if you're always feeling like, oh man, people are always sick around here. Man, I might get sick. You say it and you feel a little bit sick, and then your actions, and you start doing things that will get you sick. It's the way of manifestation, but that's a whole nother conversation. But I realized I was attracting negative energy to me. And then once I made that shift, I started thinking different, started talking different, started feeling different, and started taking different actions. And then I started to attract more positive things into my life. And it continues. I remember one time somebody says, man, Rich, you got really good luck. You must have some good karma. And I want to tell him it's karma is a real thing. Karma is a real thing, but it wasn't the karma. Well, all karma is the receiving set. Is you're receiving. What you give out, you receive. So whatever you're giving out, it has to come back to center. So if I'm giving out negative energy through thoughts, through words, through emotions, and through deeds, which I was doing all four, I was attracting all that back to me. It doesn't matter. I thought, hey, if I go to school, I get education, I'll be fine. No. The universe has its own ways of doing things. So as I stopped attracting those bad things into myself, I realized my company changed. For some reason, my friends stopped calling me. For some reason, they moved away. For some reason, we split apart. For some reason, because our vibes wasn't aligned anymore. I was up on this vibe and they were on this vibe. And then I was so serious about keeping my vibe high that they just fell off. But many of us, even though we have good vibes, we surround ourselves with people with bad vibes. And then we start attracting their bad luck. Because whatever energy is dominant will control. So if their negativity is dominant, it will spill onto you. If your positivity is that dominant, it can spill onto them. Or you separate. Because one is water, one's oil, they'll never mix. They'll never mix. But one can spill over into the other. Hear this. They'll never mix, but they'll spill over into each other. So you could be around the right people. You could be trying to do all the right things. But there's somebody you're associating with is just full of bad juju, man. I mean, I remember I was talking to this girl once. I won't say her name. But ever since I started talking to her, I started having bad... I remember texting her. Oh no, she was texting me. I looked down at my phone for 1 second, boom, got into a car accident. I remember I never lost my phone once in my life. I'm so careful about losing my phone. I was hanging out with her, I got my phone stolen. I was like, this is weird. Like all this stuff that never happens to me started happening. And I started correlating that ever since I started hanging with this broad, this energy started coming towards me. And then once I stopped talking to her, we stopped dealing with each other. And of course, Oreo water doesn't mix. My vibe, I kept trying to keep it high, and I kept trying to bring her up with me, and finally we just kind of split. Because her energy kept spilling over into mine. And then I was getting bad stuff happening to me. Just like Lola. Just like those men that married Lola. Her vibration, her energy was corrupting their energy. And so her negative energy, her attracting negative things had to spill over to them. So sometimes the reason we're not successful is not because of our own ability, it's because of our associates. They say you will earn to the 5 people you associate most with. So if you want to know how much you're going to earn this year, see who you're hanging out with. If you want to know how your life's going to be, see who you're hanging out with. If you want to know how your life is going to progress or digress, see who you're getting advice from. Because there's people around you that has bad juju. I actually made a bad business deal. And I signed a contract, or I dealt with somebody that had bad juju. Every time I talk, they're sick. There's something happening. Oh, I can't do it. Bad luck. All this stuff. And I'm like, man, if I knew that from the gate, I would have never associated with them. I would never associate with them. Because I don't like dealing with people that always have bad things happening to them. Why? Because unbeknownst to them, you can believe me or not believe me, but they're attracting it into their own lives. Again, this is Rich Fontaine. I appreciate you taking your time to watch this. Either you could agree with me or not agree with me, but either way, I feel that this was a successful conversation. Evaluate who you're hanging with, man, ladies, because there's somebody in your life that might be dragging you down with their vibes. Only associate. If you want to go higher in life, associate with people going higher. If you want to stay stagnant, associate with people that stay stagnant. And if you want to digress, hang with people that are digressing. Just watch their lives. That's the result. They're fruit from the tree. It was a great good book. He said, judge a tree not by the fruit it talks about, but the fruit it bears. Love is love. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for taking your time to watch this. Please like, please share, please comment. I love all of you very much. Namaste.